Hello friends, welcome to Mushkil Ashan. I am Charlotte DeCosta, clinical psychologist, National Institute of Behavioral Sciences. Restlessness in children is a very common phenomenon. How do we distinguish from autism? Now, children are usually hyperactive, especially in today's day and age. They usually run around, climb on things or places where they're not supposed to be climbing or running around. But we as parents sometimes are scolding them or sometimes are just irritated with them. When do we know that it is a problem? Now, many children are actually hyperactive from or before the age of 3 years. Their hyperactivity and restlessness is quite different from the normal. Now, how is it different? Children who are hyperactive or restless, they do interact with others. But children who are autistic, their hyperactivity is more in the form of repetitive motor behavior. Now, before going into what is repetitive motor behavior, let us go into what is autism. Autism is a pervasive developmental disorder. Pervasive meaning it is in all the areas. Developmental is since childhood. Nobody develops autism after a certain age. It is always present. The symptoms are usually manifested during the age of 3 years or after. Many a times parents come to us in the clinic and say that till the age of 3 years, the child was functioning normally like others. However, after 3 years, they started noticing some movements which could be termed as different. Now, these different is usually in 3 domains. What are the 3 domains? One of them is communication. In communication, there are usually 2 things that really matter. One is how much I am able to express myself and how much I am able to understand what the other person is saying. So, there is scope for expressive speech and receptive speech. Now, children who have autism, they have difficulty in both the areas. In 1960, one of the psychologists had once said that an autistic child is a beautiful child, but in a glass. If a child is in a glass, what the child is trying to say, you will have difficulty in understanding. And what you are trying to say to the child will also have difficulty in understanding. In the same way, an autistic child will have difficulty in expressing oneself as well as understanding what you are trying to say. So that is one of the areas. What is the other area? Another one is social interaction. Now, I can have difficulty in expressing as well as understanding. Many deaf and dumb children also have this difficulty. But how are they different from autistic? In autism, the child also has difficulty in interacting with others. They usually do not approach children of their age or even for that matter their relatives, friends, siblings. Now, that is the first thing that usually parents notice. Now, 3 years or 4 years kids, they usually running towards children of their age or their relatives, and that is how they socially interact. You try to create a bond. However, children with autism, they have difficulty in this sphere. They have difficulty in interacting with children of their age, not only of their age, with everyone in their surrounding. Another area of difficulty, which is the third area, that is repetitive motor activity. What is repetitive motor activity? And how is it different from hyperactivity? In hyperactivity, there is, first of all, as I said, there is an element of social interaction as well as there is an area of exploration. A restless child always tries to explore what is around. However, children with autism, their behavior is repetitive. Repetitive as in, maybe they are moving their body to and fro, or maybe they are just shaking their head. Few children, they like moving their fingers in front of their eyes. So their repetitive activity is more towards sensation seeking. Many children also like feeling things around them. They like touching everything, whether it's the wall or grains, anything for that matter. They like the texture because they like seeking sensation, and that is their way of communicating. So these are the three areas they have difficulty in, and that is how their hyperactivity or restlessness can be misunderstood by people around them, especially their caregivers. Now, when caregivers were growing up, when they were restless, in certain instances, many of us may have faced scolding from our parents, and definitely most of us have also faced 1 or 2 tight slaps. It didn't really affect us. We just knew that that's a forbidden area and we're not supposed to be going towards it because it's a sign of danger. Now, children who have autism, their difficulty in communication as well as social interaction poses a problem for them to understand that when they are hit, what is the reason why they are hit. So it is just a pain that they feel, and that pain keeps increasing. So each time a parent or a caregiver hits a child who's making repetitive motor movements, thinking that if they hit the child will not do it anymore, is actually creating more difficulties for the child. Because anyways the child has difficulty in social interaction, has difficulty in communication, is sensation seeking, and now the only sensation the child is receiving is one of pain. So many times we see that autistic children are also quite aggressive, and this could also be one of the reasons, because they don't know how to express their pain or how to express their emotions, and the only way they can is by hitting others. So we also have to keep in mind that that is also an area that we have to work as a team. So for parents, whenever you notice that the way of expressing or the way of communication is different for a child, for your child, do seek help from a professional. In that case, we all can work as a team, because with the help of a speech therapist, with the help of an occupational therapist, with the help of a counselor, with the help of a psychiatrist, when everybody works in a team, the amount of improvement is in leaps and bounds. So we are going to end it here, and if you have any question related to this, do write to us. We will definitely get back to you. Till then, keep watching Mushkil Asaan, and do like, subscribe and share. Thank you. Take care.